Hi, my name is Munyu and I am a member of NCAPDA's youth intern team. As you may know, every community in America is being impacted by an opioid overdose epidemic, which is related to either painkillers prescribed by a doctor or illegal opioids such as heroin. What many do not know is that those who overdose from opioids can survive if a life-saving medication called naloxone is administered quickly enough. Naloxone is readily available and very easy to use. This training video will demonstrate how to recognize an overdose and respond to it. You'll also learn who should carry naloxone, how you can get your own naloxone rescue kit, and we've identified some helpful resources we recommend you check out. To begin, you should know that naloxone is a general opioid overdose antidote that comes in three different forms. First, a nostril spray version shown on the left, an injectable version shown in the middle, and an auto-injector on the right. Our training video will focus on reversing an overdose with the spray version of naloxone that is known by the brand name Narcan. It is important that everyone knows what the signs of an overdose are. Important things to look for are unresponsiveness, loss of consciousness, slow or stop breathing, choking sound, discoloration of fingernails or lips, and there may be vomiting as well. To rescue someone from an overdose, you'll need to assess their condition, using signs of an overdose and whether you can rouse them. First, try shouting their name and shaking them to see if they'll respond. If that doesn't work, you can try rubbing your knuckles on their sternum as the picture shows. If you can't connect with their sternum because of clothing layers, rub your knuckles on their upper lip. If they are unconscious and you can't rouse them, if their breathing is stopped or shallow, if they can't speak or the condition is worsening, it's time to call 911. While speaking with 911 dispatcher, report that the person's breathing is slowed or stopped, and they are unresponsive. Give your exact location and let the paramedics know what drugs and alcohol the person was using if known. To administer Narcan, gently insert the nozzle into one nostril and push on the plunger to release the spray. Narcan will still work even if the person isn't breathing. While waiting for a response to the first Narcan spray, assess whether the person is breathing, and if not, tilt their head back to clear their airway. Pinch their nose and breathe into their mouth. Begin with 2 breaths and then continue to breathe once every 5 seconds until they begin breathing on their own or help arrives. If the person is not revived within 2 to 5 minutes after the first dose of Narcan, use a second applicator in the rescue kit to deliver a second dose of Narcan. This can be done in either nostril. Continue rescue breathing as necessary. Place the person in the rescue position shown here as soon as you can. The position will keep their breathing passages open and keep them from aspirating if they vomit. It is important to keep in mind that naloxone in any form only lasts between 30 and 90 minutes, and depending on the level of opioid in the person's system, they could overdose again. They may also wake up combative or may want to immediately use opioids again, so it's important to stay with them. It is important that they go to the ER for monitoring and further medical support, especially if they can't walk or talk normally. If they refuse to go, a friend or family member needs to stay with the person for several hours to make sure they don't overdose or use again. Remember that any form of naloxone can only reverse an opioid overdose, but it still may reverse the overdose if opioids are one of multiple substances the person has consumed. Don't ever be afraid to use naloxone. It can't hurt the person even if their medical emergency is from something other than an overdose. It is better to be safe than sorry. It is important to know that most states now have a Good Samaritan law that provides some level of immunity if you call 911 to save a life. So even if you've been illegally using drugs or alcohol, you should not be arrested. Check your state's Good Samaritan law to determine the specific levels of immunity where you are. Who should carry naloxone? From our perspective, everyone, but specifically those in active addiction or their family or friends, those recently released from a residential treatment facility, those recently released from jail or prison with an opioid use disorder, and those taking high-dosage opioids to manage chronic pain. You can get naloxone from multiple sources as shown here. Most medical insurances plans cover naloxone if you purchase it using a doctor's prescription or directly from a pharmacy without a prescription. Otherwise, clinics typically provide it at no cost. You can also get a free kit mailed to you through the Naloxone for All program's website. Please contact NCAPDA for assistance if you have trouble assessing naloxone in your area. Here are a few resources we'll hope you'll check out. If you or a friend or family member has concerns related to substance misuse, suicide, or mental health issues of any kind, contact the anonymous 24/7 hotline. Visit NIDA for Teens website where fact-based information is provided that can empower you to make informed decisions about using and misusing drugs of all types. Watch the What is Naloxone video to learn more about opioids, how they affect the brain, and how an opioid overdose can be overturned with naloxone. Thank you for watching this training video. We hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to NCAPDA at either 925-480-7723 or info@ncapda.org. You can also join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to learn more. Thank you.